Hey everyone, Linus here. Remember that time when the internet basically took a coffee break and Microsoft services went MIA? Yeah, not our finest hour in the tech world. Today, the digital realm felt a tremor as a major outage hit Microsoft, impacting millions worldwide. Services like Microsoft 365, the backbone of countless businesses, took a nosedive. Teams meetings were suddenly canceled. Emails got lost in the digital abyss. It was chaos. This wasn't just a minor glitch, this was a global disruption. From bustling offices to quiet home setups, the outage brought work to a standstill. The impact was immediate and widespread. Imagine this, you're just about to close a major deal, fingers hovering over the keyboard, and bam, Outlook decides to call it quits. Or you're in a crucial Teams meeting, brainstorming the next big idea, and poof, you're staring at a loading screen of doom. As the digital dust settled and the error messages stopped flashing, the tech world scrambled for answers. Microsoft, in their initial investigation, pointed fingers at a familiar culprit, a faulty software update. More specifically, an update to CrowdStrike, a popular cybersecurity platform used by many organizations, including, ironically, Microsoft itself. The culprit? A change in how CrowdStrike's software interacted with certain network requests. This seemingly minor tweak had a cascading effect, triggering a domino chain of issues within Microsoft's infrastructure. It was like changing a light bulb and accidentally causing a citywide blackout. Now we've all been there. But for a tech giant like Microsoft, a glitch of this magnitude, especially one triggered by another major player in the cybersecurity domain, was unprecedented. Could a single software update, even a faulty one, really bring a behemoth like Microsoft to its knees, or was there something more to the story? As whispers of doubt began to circulate, a new narrative emerged, one shrouded in intrigue and suspicion. Reports surfaced hinting at a potential cyber attack, with a shadowy group known as Storm 1359 taking center stage. This wasn't just some random script kiddie messing around. Storm 1359 is believed to be a sophisticated state-sponsored group with a history of targeting high-value entities. Their weapon of choice? Distributed denial of service, DDoS attacks, a digital equivalent of flooding a store with so many people that legitimate customers can't get in. These attacks overwhelm servers with a deluge of traffic, causing them to buckle under the pressure. But the timing of this outage, coupled with the emergence of Storm 1359 on the radar, raised red flags. Was this a mere coincidence, or was there a calculated plan behind the chaos? The plot thickened as cybersecurity researchers started uncovering pieces of the puzzle. They discovered traces of unusual network activity, patterns that suggested something more than just a software glitch. With the tech community buzzing with speculation, cybersecurity experts were called upon to decipher the digital enigma. Was this a case of a simple bug spiraling out of control, or had Microsoft fallen victim to a well-orchestrated cyber attack? The answer, as it often is in the world of cybersecurity, was far from clear-cut.
On one side of the digital fence were those who stood by the initial assessment. They argued that while the outage was undoubtedly significant, it bore all the hallmarks of a cascading software failure.
On the other side were those who saw the fingerprints of Storm 1359 all over the incident. They highlighted the group's known capabilities and their history of targeting similar organizations.
Adding to the intrigue was the unusual nature of the outage itself. It was as if the attackers had an intimate understanding of Microsoft's infrastructure, targeting pressure points with surgical precision. Section 5. From Glitch to Global Disruption, a timeline of the Microsoft outage. To truly understand the magnitude of what transpired, let's rewind the clock and retrace the steps of this digital drama. Our story begins today with a seemingly innocuous event. A software update rolled out by CrowdStrike, a cybersecurity firm entrusted by countless organizations, including Microsoft. Shortly after the update went live, reports began trickling in of issues with Microsoft services. Emails were getting stuck in outboxes, Teams meetings were dropping like flies. At first it seemed like a localized hiccup, but as minutes turned into hours, the true extent of the outage became terrifyingly clear. Microsoft's status page, usually a beacon of reassurance during such incidents, was flooded with error messages. The tech giant, caught off guard, scrambled to identify the root cause. Meanwhile, users around the globe were left in the dark, their digital lives grinding to a halt.
The Microsoft outage wasn't just a tech issue, it was a stark reminder of how deeply integrated technology has become into the fabric of our lives.
Businesses large and small, reliant on Microsoft's suite of services, found themselves paralyzed. Productivity took a nosedive as employees were left twiddling their thumbs, unable to access emails, documents, or critical communication channels.
For some, the outage was a minor inconvenience, a temporary disruption to their daily routine. But for others, it was a major setback, costing them time, money, and potentially even business opportunities.
Imagine a startup about to close a crucial funding round, only to be silenced by an email outage, or a hospital struggling to coordinate patient care with their communication systems down.
The impact went far beyond the business world. Students relying on online learning platforms were left stranded.
The Microsoft outage, whether caused by a bug or a breach, underscores a critical lesson. In today's hyper-connected world, vigilance isn't just a buzzword, it's a necessity. We've become so reliant on digital tools and services that we often take their reliability for granted. But as this incident demonstrated, even the mightiest tech giants can stumble. And when they do, the ripple effects can be felt far and wide. So how do we navigate this digital landscape where threats lurk around every corner? It starts with awareness. We need to educate ourselves about the potential risks, from software vulnerabilities to phishing scams to sophisticated cyber attacks. But awareness alone isn't enough. We also need to adopt proactive security measures. In the aftermath of the outage, both Microsoft and CrowdStrike went into overdrive, working tirelessly to not only restore services, but also to investigate the root cause and prevent future occurrences. Transparency, often lacking in the corporate world, was paramount. Both companies provided regular updates, acknowledging their shortcomings and outlining the steps taken to address them. Microsoft, recognizing the vulnerability exposed in its systems, implemented additional safeguards to enhance the resilience of its infrastructure. They bolstered their monitoring and detection capabilities, aiming to identify and mitigate potential threats before they could wreak havoc. CrowdStrike, on the other hand, conducted a thorough review of their software update process, identifying the flaw that led to the compatibility issue with Microsoft's systems. So, where do we go from here? The Microsoft outage, while disruptive, served as a valuable learning experience for both the tech industry and users worldwide. It highlighted the importance of cybersecurity, the need for vigilance, and the shared responsibility we all have in creating a safer digital world. For users, the message is clear. Don't wait for the next outage to take action. Educate yourself about potential threats and adopt proactive security measures. Remember, cybersecurity isn't just about protecting data, it's about safeguarding our digital lives. So, stay informed, stay vigilant, and let's work together to build a more resilient and secure digital future.